Hi, I'm Brenda and welcome back to Daily Dose of. It is the end of February, so it's time to bring out my February favorites. For me, February went by so fast. I was building my favorites list and I was like, what did I even do this month? Because it just kind of went by in a blink of an eye. So this month I basically have some skincare and some entertainment. So let's hop into the video. First up on the list is a new cleanser that I've introduced into my skincare routine. These are the Olay Daily Facials. Now this is a little different from the usual face wash I've been using, which is usually in liquid form, but these are cloths and they have like soap infused in them. You take out one sheet of this and you lather it under some warm water, cold water, hot water, whatever, but lather it and then go ahead and just wash your face with it. I have been loving this because it actually removes all my makeup. So the other night I went to Rashana's birthday and I came home and I was so lazy to take off all my makeup, and usually I use micellar water and then like an oil cleanser and then a normal cleanser, anyway, all that stuff. And that night I was so tired, so I took out one of these cloths and just washed my face with it, and it took everything off. And I know this because I toned my face afterwards and my like cotton spotty thingy whatever was clean. And that's so cool because usually foundation takes forever for me to get off. So this is basically Olay's new thing. It's a 5-in-1 water activated dry cloths, and it basically claims to remove makeup, cleanse, tone, exfoliate, and hydrate. I will say, however, these are not the most eco-friendly because every time I wash my face, I'm throwing away a cloth, which is not really something I'm used to. I usually use and lather it by my hand and then wash my face and then dry it with a towel, so there's actually no waste. However, if you are traveling, these great thing to pick up. Number 2 on my list is a little face mask. This is the Fresh Rose face mask. I actually redeemed this with my Sephora points, and the lady at the register told me to keep it in the fridge, which is what I've been doing, and it's amazing. So every night, not every night, every other night, every few nights, I take it out of the fridge and I apply it over my face. You keep it on for about 5-10 minutes, sometimes a little longer if I'm watching a little TV episode, but it's got a nice cooling sensation because I just took it out of the fridge. Mainly, I started using this because my face was so dry after I went to Chicago 2 weeks ago. There's so much snow there, and Chicago's really dry in the winter, so my skin was starting to flake a little bit, and after a week of using this, back to normal. It's not completely moisturized because it's still winter and my skin's still a little dry, but I applied this a few times a week and it really helped hydrate my face. Number 3 is my most expensive skincare purchase to date, and I finally splurged on something from SK-II. For the longest time, I've been hearing so many good things about the SK-II Facial Treatment Essence. And Essence is basically like a water-based, skin rejuvenating liquid. I guess that's how you would define it. So far, I have loved it. For the short amount of time I've been using this, I feel like I noticed the change in my skin already. Like I was breaking out on my forehead, and then I bought this and I used it for 3 days and all the breakouts disappeared. So, you know, between the Olay cleanser and the SK-II, they're doing wonders on my skin. I would hope that the Essence is doing more because it's like 10 times the price. But anyways, it has a nice smell and I love it so far because it is making my skin better, and I hope it is from this. I will let you know when I finish the bottle, and if it's worth repurchasing, then you know. Number 4 on the list is a TV show. Of course, I would always be stuck watching some kind of TV show with like cheesy writing and like mediocre acting. This month I've been obsessed with Once Upon a Time. It is an ABC show and I love it. It follows this woman, Emma Swan, who is from she's the daughter of Snow White and Prince Charming. So she's from this fairy tale world called Enchanted Forest. And basically the evil queen casts a curse to bring everyone from the Enchanted Forest into a town called Storybrooke. Oh shoot, are these spoilers? The story itself follows fairy tale characters and real world characters, and I love the twists that they've kind of brought into it, like Captain Hook's in it, Mulan's in it, Little Red Riding Hood. Is that also a spoiler? God, okay, well, it's a good show if you love fantasy shows. Like if you're really into escaping into a fantasy world, this is the show for you, and it's super interesting and I love it. However, if you're more into something a little more realistic, my fifth favorite is another movie, and this month I watched The Post, which has been nominated for a Best Picture. It's got like Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep in it, and it's basically a historical drama about the Washington Post during the Vietnam War, or after the Vietnam War, towards the end of the Vietnam War. That movie had me at the edge of my seat, despite knowing how it ends, because since it's like a historical film, you obviously know like where the Washington Post is nowadays. Well, I guess if you're in America. If you're in America, the Washington Post is a pretty big publication. Anyways, you know how it ends nowadays, but it still had me at the edge of my seat, and I was like, oh my god, what is gonna happen? So that's when you know it's really well done, when you know what's gonna happen, but you still are like, wait, what's gonna happen? Alright, I got cut off because I've just been rambling way too much in this video. I just really like filming favorites videos because it makes me try new things every single month. I'm like, what kind of new skincare can I add, and what kind of new TV shows can I start watching? Or what kind of old ones I can bring back and binge watch for the past 72 hours. I hope this whole thing is in focus because usually my roommate helps me with these things and she'll like, you know, kind of make sure I'm in focus and press record, but it's a one-woman show today. I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy rambling video. Hopefully you guys try some of the things that I told you to try, but obviously use your best judgment. I will leave all the links down below as usual, and I will see you guys next Wednesday for another episode. Bye-bye!